In today's video, Endura MT500 waterproof bib pants. Hi everyone, my name is Ondrej and you're watching Rolling Down. In today's video, I'm going to tell you and show you why I decided to avoid onesie and went with bib pants. I have been using these pants for over a year and this is my review. I'm very tall, my lower back is rather sensitive to wet and cold. That's why I don't like to wear normal pants and jacket. In between, as you know, water gets through. I was thinking for a long time about solution, what would be the best for me. And I have ordered this pant and also onesie suit from Liat called Hydra Dry 5.0, which is the higher model from Liat's offering. But right after I tried the onesie, it did not give as much freedom of movement. Material was actually very robust, so it would probably be more durable than Endura pants, but the downside of the onesie would be hot and sweat inside. Another big advantage of pants only is the possibility to wear a jacket, and if you don't want to wear a jacket, you're not gonna wear it. I often like to wear these waterproof pants and vest after the rain or when melting snow causes spray. Endura MT500 bibs fits quite good, but not perfect. I'm 197 cm tall and the size XXL is tiny bit too short. Not just the length of the pant, but also the straps. I'm wearing the straps fully extended and it is still little not enough. Waist adjustability also does not go very far. The Velcro straps on the waist are actually too short, so don't expect a lot of adjustability. This is actually my biggest problem with these pants. If you're conventional size, you're probably not having these problems. I would also add to fitment that the freedom of movement is also very good. I never felt restricted, even when very wet from outside. When it comes to breathability, even in very wet and warm days last summer, I did not feel like I'm getting cooked inside. There are two vents covered with a mesh on each side of the pant, and in combination with the breathable material, you're getting excellent comfort. I remember thinking that the vents are in wrong place, where water, especially spray from the back wheel, will come in, but no, it doesn't happen thanks to the mesh inside the vents. In winter, when temperatures drop under 5 degrees Celsius, I'm wearing merino ski underwear under the pants to stay warm. And of course, it is better to put one layer on than not being able to remove anything anymore. Yes, I like to ride in any kind of weather, and yes, I also take a shovel and build trails. And maybe you should too. And also like this video and consider subscribing, because there is coming more interesting ideas in maybe not so near future. I think, maybe. I have never had any problem with the leaking on the seams or water getting inside the pants. On the buttocks you will find reinforcement, which is going to help in long-term durability. Since I wear these pants, I got used to not clean saddle after every lap, which keeps my hands dirt-free for the most part. Another often stressed part are knees. Unfortunately, here you won't find the same reinforcement as on the bum, which is a big bummer. This brings me nicely to durability. I crashed about 3-4 times where I just lost front wheel or just slipped and end up landing on the knee pads. This resulted in holes on both knees. Unfortunately, knees doesn't have any reinforcement, as I said. The material is very light but not very durable. Fortunately, there is very cheap fix to this problem, and that is nylon patch for tents, jackets and so on. I link one down in the description, or you search online for nylon patch repair kit. Just stick it on. I would consider to stick some onto the knees just to protect the pant in long term. I already had some at home, so that's why my patches are grey. Very simple fix and very functional. But I would love to see reinforcement from Endura. This is mountain bike pant and crashing belongs to mountain biking. Who does not crash doesn't progress. Another feature of the pant is about 35 cm long zipper at the bottom of each leg. This doesn't allow the pant to completely open. It is there just for you to take the pants easier off. I'm not using this zipper because I'm afraid that mud could clog the zipper and go bad. It is still relatively easy to undress anyway. I could imagine this feature be more useful if the pants would open completely for pedaling long fire roads, for added ventilation, especially in summer, and not just to make the opening 2-3 centimeters wider for taking the pants off. There is another zipper on the front of the pant, but this one is classic YKK zipper, which goes from the crotch all the way to the top of the pant. This solution is probably only a reasonable solution if you want to keep your nuts dry, but it is annoying if you want to take a piss. In my opinion, this is the best solution if you're sensitive to back pain. These pants are very nice, not too high that you would be sweating on the chest, and at the same time high enough to protect your lower back. Freedom of movement is absolutely perfect, and I can tell until this time or this point they are breathable and comfortable. If I compare the price to only other waterproof bibs on the market, POC, Dungaree, these are half price. So one more time, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button and commenting why you're looking at this pant to support this channel at no additional cost to you. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.